Alright guys, I've started making the first of the top part. I didn't say make because I didn't make the whole thing. I'm finding bits and pieces around the yard and I'm putting them together with new bits of wood on the top, nice and solid. It was a little bit rusty, but it's just surface rust. I've checked it, it's all good. Check the screw, everything's great with that. So what I'm going to do, I put this one in yesterday, just temporary. It's a flat one, so I don't want to put too much weight on it, but just for safety's sake overnight, pop that in. So now if we remove this one and put this one in here, we'll be able to take a little bit of weight onto this one, relieving some of the pressure from the blocks.
We are Davy and Erica, an adventurous couple who has taken on the challenge of a lifetime. We are rebuilding a hurricane-damaged catamaran, and we are starting to see progress of all our hard work. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. When faced with a challenge, look for a way, not a way out.
Okay guys, so I'm pretty happy with the position of this one for the moment. I've left the one in the front as well, the angled one. There's still weight in this area, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move towards the back of the boat, the aft of the boat, and build that as well. So once I've done that, I've got the two jacking points here. These aren't official lifting points on the boat. The official lifting point is actually under here, but because I have the middle one, spin me around, because I've got this one here in the middle of the boat, up under the fly bridge, it's probably the strongest bulkhead in the boat. I'm pretty happy, so I know that when I start working I can inch them up. Well, it's going to be a lot, it's going to be more like millimetre them up, one by one, to get some pressure off. But before I do that, spin the mic around or I'll get told off by Erica. Before I do that, I'm going to do the one here at the back, and I'm also going to put another one here on the back corner. Reason being for this, I know there's a lot of jacks that we're looking at, but we have two supports at the back. Now the one on the port side, super happy with because I can adjust it. One on the starboard side, I can't actually adjust it. It's got one of these like locking pins in it. So I'm pretty much stuck with the height it's at. So I want to put 4 jacks on the starboard side, and then after that, then I can crank them up, as I said, millimetre by millimetre. Then I want to be able to remove the top of this one and put one of the other plates in, which is actually a screw adjustable one, and put the weight back onto here, because these 3 that we've got, so the 2 aft and 1 forward in the middle, they actually can handle the whole weight of the boat. We don't actually have to support the keels or anything on the pontoons. So that's what I want to do. Is my aim of the game today is working on these sections so I can remove this one, put an adjustable one in, and then spread the load evenly, sort of millimetre by millimetre, just working around. So it's going to be a bit of a long day, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go then back to continuing with the hole on the side of the boat, which I know a lot of people are interested in. But now we're only doing 1 video a week, so this should be more interesting and longer videos for you guys. Alright guys, so time to try and take some weight off the keel. As I mentioned a little bit earlier on, this jack stand here at the top, it's not adjustable, it's just pinned through, and they put a couple of bits of wood and just let the boat sit on it. I don't like that. I like it to be adjustable so I can adjust things. So what I've done, if you have a look over here, now finished making up the second one. Notice as well, I also made it more curved to the hull. So it was the original plate that comes here in the yard, put another plate on, and then a curved piece of 1/4 inch MDF, just to make it spread the load slightly better. So I'm a lot more happy with that than just a flat plate that puts pressure in just in the middle, basically. So I've tightened this one up quite a bit. I have checked a little bit with the hammer, and we're starting to get movement up here. So things are getting looser. This is moving. So I'm going to take a little bit more weight on this one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out. I've got another plate ready to go, which is an adjustable one, and then we're going to get this back in nice and quick. Don't want to leave it out for too long. Not that it shouldn't make that much difference, but still don't want to. That's removable.
Yeah?
scared, babe?
No. Should I be?
No.
Uh-oh. There you go. Are you going to put that other piece of wood in?
Yeah, I'm going to put the other piece of wood back in, just make it so it can't accidentally fall out of the mount. And I want to move it slightly more in this direction.
Don't let this wood. So they're pretty strong stands, eh?
Yeah. Most of them.
Triangles. Have you got a hole in your armpit?
Quality clothing. Hey!
Look at that double pole system. Is that taking weight now?
Yeah. It's going good so far. We haven't heard any cracking.
We don't want to hear cracking.
But we gotta crack on with it.
We're gonna crack on, everybody. What was that?
Not sure. It's just taking weight, that's all. It's all good. She's solid. That's right underneath the davits, which are very, very reinforced on this boat. So that's why we've been sat the whole time we've been here. It's had a lot of weight on it.
Yeah.
So let's see how we're doing here. Still a lot of weight on the keel. There's my hammer.
Alright. What's that?
Say some of the weight has come off of the keel. Not all, because the block is still solid. But the shape before here was a lot more pushed in this direction. But I think there was a good, looking at the inside, it was close to an inch that the actual keel is pushed up. So it means it's still got to go a fair way up. I think I'm going to jack a bit more in the front, a bit more on the back ones, and on that one, and we'll spread the load. We don't want to do it all on one jack.
No.
And I need something to stand. Surprise, surprise.
So you're going to do the front one?
The middle.
The middle.
Oh, so this hasn't got any weight on it anymore.
Ah. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everything's moving.
That one had lots of weight on it before.
Yeah, I jacked this one up nice a couple of weeks back. Sorry guys, bit of running around.
I don't like that noise.
It just needs grease. I didn't grease it, I should have greased it.
I know, it just sounds harsher than it actually is, you know? That one seems easier, or is that one just good?
That's easier because the other side places are taken.
more secure?
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel a lot better than I did.
Still not moving. Noisy one.
Alright, so what do you think?
I think it should be it.
Wait! Look at that brick, it's all the way cracked through though now.
Yeah.
That was so close to breaking.
That's what we were sitting on.
Okay, so
Don't put your boat on cinder blocks.
Uh-uh.
As we know, everyone told us, but we didn't have any choice when we got chocked here.
Nah.
But anyway, the yard has come through. They've got us the
Thank you,
jacks.
Isaac.
Thank you so much
Thank
to
you.
Isaac and Marina Tropical, the boys here. So yeah, fantastic. We feel a bit safer. And also now we can start working on this area. I want to let the fiberglass settle a little bit because it's been pushed up for so long.
Yeah.
So I think what I'll do is I'll move back over. I'm going to adjust a couple more jack stands
But
today.
so also,
And then I'm going to move on to the hole.
as we recall back before we even got out of the water, we had that leak on this side as well. That was the reason that we ended up getting the hull out in the first place.
that
We
was
were
this
taking
hull.
on water. So this will be an interesting repair doing the keel, right?
Yeah.
So-
Well, there's a lot of damages on this side. We haven't worked on any of these keel damages.
Sorry. I
What's
twisted
up?
it too
You want to
soon.
keep it as a souvenir?
It's broken.
Alright, but I'm actually going to put some bricks back under here and the block back under so I can use it then as a gauge, and if anything else was to fail, might as well have the bricks as a backup
Well, maybe
underneath.
put it centered.
Yeah, I'm going to change the system. First I'm going to have a cold beer.
Yeah, I think you deserve
I've
it.
got a sweat going on. And then I'm gonna redo the blocking system, but with a gap that I can measure, because then I can also see if this, I can see already from my eyes, it's starting to come down. So a couple of days of this thing, let it settle. Hopefully the fiberglass will get back to the sort of shape it wants to be while I repair it. But let's leave some security underneath.
Yeah.
While we do that.
Well, it's already dropped a little bit if you can't.
It's already dropped a lot because of the block doesn't want to do it again. It's already dropping. That's alright, I can find a thinner piece of wood. I want it to drop, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Oh.
Drop into keels.
Drop in the keels. I'm not quite dropping them, they're not bolted on, but.
Well, yeah.
Cool. Alrighty.
Oh my god, guys, so we just had a earthquake. We didn't have the camera rolling. I was out in the cockpit, Davy was down on the ground, and all of a sudden the boat started shaking from side to side, like about half a foot in each direction. It was like boof, 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 boof. Super crazy. Looked online and it was a earthquake 4.4 magnitude, and it was really, really close to here. 3 kilometers away from Villa Isabella. So it's not that far away from Luperon. So I am so glad that we got these jack stands when we did. Everything seems to be falling into place. If we hadn't have had those jack stands in place, I don't even want to think about what could have happened with that little earthquake. We shook so much. I don't think that brick, especially that one that was cracked in half, I don't think it would have done its job. So very, very thankful that we have the new jack stands in place, and I'm happy we didn't fall over. Okay, so Davy is putting the little stringers in right now. He's found a better piece of cardboard. A lot of people have said don't use corrugated cardboard. That was never the plan. We have another sheet. It's like a thin poster board type stuff, Bristol board. And then he's putting the stringers in. So let's go check it out.
Here we go.
Oh, you can see the fuzzy mic. Hang on. What do you think, babe?
Alright, I think that's pretty good, but I haven't checked from the outside yet. But it looks pretty good. I mean, it's definitely not going to be perfect from the inside. Hopefully it's close from the outside, and go out there now. It's supposed to rain all night tonight, so I want to go out there, get a couple of layers of cloth on it, just for the shape, and then we'll start building from that and cover it with plastic
before
and stuff.
anyone says anything.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so no, I'm happy with that. We've definitely got a much better shape. We've got something to start from that I can actually build on. So let's crack on with a bit of fiberglassing, because no one ever sees any fiberglassing on this channel.
Can we just ask one question?
Mm-hmm.
What if, babe, what if we were to use peel ply?
Oh, peel ply. Okay, peel ply is not available in this country. We hear a lot of people mentioning it. Yes, apparently it's a great product. Saves you a lot of sanding and that sort of stuff. I personally, even if I could get it, I don't know if I would, purely for the fact it's a one-time use and it's not actually necessary. A quick sanding over or using something to make something cure, like paint or gel coat, there's many different ways, wax additives and stuff like that. So me personally, don't think I want to use peel ply. It's just more stuff that goes in landfill.
We already have drop sheet and enough of that stuff, so
try and be as environmentally friendly as we can. So that's the answer on the drop sheet. Plus we can't get it.
Well, peel ply.
Yeah, sorry, peel ply. Everything's difficult around here.
So you had to grind around that a little bit, eh?
Yeah, so this is going to be the slightly area which is slightly misformed, but that's just the way it is. I'm going to have a look what it looks like from the outside. I might not be happy, I might be pulling it all back down. Okay guys, so let's take a look from the outside. That form and shape's actually looking pretty good. I wouldn't say it's 100% perfect, but that is definitely going to give me a good starting point. So I'm going to mix up a little bit of thickened filler just to go in some of the bigger gaps, and then we'll lay over a couple of layers of glass, and then we'll leave it for today and come back to it. So then I'll have a shape to work from, which is pretty much conform to the shape of the hull. Yeah, wetting out first. This is where I leave my shorts up against it, I bet you.
Yeah, I bet you. That's classic Davy. I think it's gonna look good. The right-ish shape.
The shape's not bad. It's not perfect, that's for sure.
It will be once you fair it and build it up,
well,
right?
Once I build it, I want a layer basically to work from. And also I want it to be waterproof because it's supposed to pee down with rain again.
Do you also want to answer the question why we didn't use the piece that you cut out?
Someone took it away. Don't have it anymore, guys. We've had to answer this in the comment section so many times. It isn't here. It's gone. We had it under the boat with all the other stuff, and then goodbye. Someone took liking to it. I don't know, maybe they wanted to make something at home, or not really sure what happened there. Try and protect stuff from the sun.
You made a filler.
Yeah.
Chocolate pudding.
Just like chocolate pudding.
It's not like working in a workshop, like.
No, that would be lovely,
people.
wouldn't it? Some of the boat channels you watch and they're doing all the repairs and they've got the air conditioning or the heating or whatever it is there for their climate.
Remember, we are in the Dominican Republic. Everything is not as easy as what some people have to deal with. But also, we get to deal with beautiful aspects of being here.
Yeah,
so
there's bonuses.
I'd say the bonuses outweigh the negatives, but
Maybe for you. I'd like a workshop.
yeah.
Okay, morning guys. Been an early one this morning and try and get a slightly earlier starting because it gets really hot earlier and earlier during the day now. So as you know, we put up this reverse mold and I actually glassed the other side of it. So now it's time to start removing it. It's actually been up for a couple of days now. Yesterday we didn't want to take it off because we couldn't trust the weather. There we have a very thin skin which I can use just to key up basically and work from and do it from the outside. As I say, it's very thin, but that gives me a surface then to work from both sides, inside and outside. Got the rough shape there. Looking good, I'm happy. Okay, cool, let's go and strip it from the outside. I've got plastic over that one. All right, so let's have a little quick look at the outside, see how it has performed from this side. I'm gonna have to get this tape off. This is the good stuff, the Gorilla tape, which has kept it waterproof. Everything gets so dewy here at night. Just the way it is, I'm gonna have to get that damn tape off as well before I can do any glassing. It's a really good clean. Any of that residue being left on there. Okay, so it's definitely nowhere close to perfect, but we have definitely got a shape. Something I can now actually work from. The plastic did the same as before with the wind. It peeled back a little bit. But this area being so thin anyway, the way I was looking at it, I'm going to give it a good sand back. And then from the inside, I'm thinking anyway, if I don't get 1000% bond, obviously I'm going to have to sand this, give it a good wash, get rid of any amber-blush, and also sand it. It's a bit on the flexible side, isn't it? And then if I build up, so then when I do the sanding on the inside, it would actually be quite a thin sanding just to remove it to the thicker glass that I'm going to start building up today. But I'm reasonably... I should have done an extra layer, but the wind was really annoying me. But anyway, that's a definite start. I've got the shape of the boat, somewhere I can lay glass. So let's crack on and see if we can't improve on this. I'm gonna have to wait a little while because it's too wet to sand back at the moment. But the sun's coming up and that will soon dry. Hey babe. Oh. Okay guys, so we have got cracking with this section here and it's looking and feeling very good. This was that flimsy section that we showed. Didn't have the camera running while we were actually patching up the first layer, but I'm just going to do a bit of an explanation. It was all hands on deck, everybody was helping, it was very windy, so there was no one to hold a camera. So basically what we did, I used smaller strips and went down in these directions. Okay, so going from the basically from small to large on this one, and I layered it up about 8 times. I'm still lower than the section here, if Eric can pan round a little bit. This is the area with the chain plate, which is ground back and feathered back really nicely. I wanted to build this up close to the same so that we can do a big repair over the whole area. So this morning
tie it all in.
Yeah, tie it all together basically. But this had to be stronger than what we had built. So this morning I'm doing a bit of sanding, keying it all up again. I do want to build back. There's a big dip here, so I'm going to build that up with glass, probably close to a centimetre. But anyway, I'm going to build back this edge here this afternoon. I'm actually going to go and change jobs in a minute because the sun's come up and it's very, very hot. So I'm going to get back on the peeler. I'm going to start working on the keel on the other side, on the starboard side. But anyway,
the hole's filled.
Huh? Now the hole's filled and it's all waterproof, we're all good to go. So I'm going to work on this in the evening time rather than in the morning time. But just wanted to show you where we're at here. We're actually getting ready to tie the whole thing together as a big project. But super happy how it's come out, nice and strong. Alright guys, so on that note, thanks for watching this week's episode. Stay tuned, we're going to be working on the keel. Also, we've started doing some work on Little Sister as well with the osmosis repairs. So going to be a bit of a mixture next week, lots of interesting stuff.